If it's killing you every time it's killing me, why don't we stop this guillotine? Crosswalks and the storm drains, it's a new life, it's a new day. On the rooftops where I held you, it's a new year, it's a new day. When your fellow man is nothing but an to be torn apart by the way you feel. If it's killing you every time it's killing me, what are we gonna do about this guillotine? About this guillotine? If it's killing you every time it's killing me, why don't we stop this guillotine? Why don't we stop this guillotine? Why don't we stop this guillotine?
Woohoo! Let's Talk About the Music is starting.
What is Let's Talk About the Music, and why are you so excited about it?
It's a podcast with controversial talk and a global mix of music.
Oh, cool. How and where can I listen?
Just go to letstalkaboutthemusic.com and click follow to be sure to get all the info about the bands that are playing and see their music videos. Then click on Spreaker or iTunes to listen live and even chat with other listeners and the host herself.
What day and time is Let's Talk About the Music on?
Every Wednesday night from 8 p.m. to midnight Pacific Standard Time.
I think I'll tune in. Thanks for the info. Join us here July 27th on Let's Talk About the Music for a night of musician philosophy. We'll be discussing life as a musician, playing shows, tour follies, and how music can impact the human soul. With our guests Sean Marquette of Maximus, Sean Segura from Serial Obsession, and from Spider in the Hall, co-host Craig Houston. It all gets started Wednesday night, 8 p.m., right here on Let's Talk About the Music.
Greetings from New York City. This is T. Matz of Serial Obsession, and you're listening to Let's Talk About the Music, the home for all independent artists. Now play me some rock and roll, Shells.
I don't Spoken Speak Easy, Too Tired to Live. If you're curious about the music we're playing, all the music I have selected is from our music video pick that I have been selecting since September. Since I started to get this ball rolling. And what music's pick is basically all the musicians that I've been gathering from MusicSubmit.com and a little handful of my friends, but mostly at MusicSubmit.com. They have music videos on there. So I've been showing off everyone's music videos and all their talented and all that stuff. And so that's basically what I did. And then Spider's taking over, and he's doing a fantastic job.
Mm-hmm. Anybody who's been paying attention, you might have seen that it was not there this week. That's basically just me ran out of time. I had a 2-year-old, and you know how that works, and I have not touched a computer between last Wednesday and this Wednesday. So my apologies to anybody who expected to have a video up. It will be back up this coming week. It's just a hiccup. You know, life happens, and that's basically what it was.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, things happen.
Yes, you also noticed that Midday Music Break and autoplay wasn't working. It's because we were having internet issues since last Wednesday. If you actually listen to the show, and it was really rough at the end. That's the reason why I wanted my computer and everything settle down and see what's going on. And plus, we got a new router, so it'll be switched around. So hopefully by next week, I'll also be okay to bring back Midday Music Break, and the autoplay will be back. Speaking autoplay, guys, now there's a lot of people out there who's going to be listening to the show after the show is aired. We really need some feedback, really, really badly. We like to know if you are liking the autoplay just as a music, because we started doing that 2 weeks ago, because Spider said, hey, let's try this music. Do you guys like this music jukebox, or do you guys like the fact that I was doing mixes between the jukebox music and a little bit of the backtracks of the show? So I need some feedback. So get a hold of us. The phone number is 360-464-4216, or you can also Facebook us and email us through the website. Okay, that's going to help us out. Like, we really need some feedback. Anyway, so we're going to assume that Mike from MusicSubmit.com was not able to find a location, so we are going to talk for him.
Mm-hmm.
And you first, Spider.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you, several years ago, I would say 8, almost 9 years ago, I don't know if I want to say discovered, but I received a set of emails and phone calls from an artist relations company out in Los Angeles. And long story short, they gave me a lot of good advice and a lot of different things, and gave me a lot of websites to get started with, and to try to get my music out where it needed to go. This was right when my first album was getting worked on to come out. So one of the websites that they told me about was MusicSubmit.com. Now what this does is there's 2 basic levels to it. There's a free level and there's a pay level. The free level, I think there might be like a small one-time sign-up fee just to get you registered in their system, but it's not a monthly or anything like that, and it's not very expensive. I remember if it's there at all, and if I'm not just making it up, it was cheap enough that I don't even remember what the price is now. So, but what they do is, at the free level, and this is just really good all on its own without having to spend any extra money, Music Submit, which is where we get all of our artists from for the radio show, is every month you can set up a campaign where you get 200 submissions. As long as I'm getting my numbers right here. 200 submissions, which is basically what they do is they'll send your music or a link to your page or something involved with you as a musician, usually a song or a piece of music or something, out to this list of different places, and it's a pretty big list. Radio stations, which includes normal AM, FM radio, college, and internet-based radio stations in every genre. Online music magazines and publications. So if there's like an online version of like Rolling Stone or something like that, you know, they send you to anything like that. Blogs for freelance music writers, music communities, like message boards, podcasts, such as this one, record labels. Now, these aren't the big, huge, like Warner Music and that kind of stuff. This is indie labels, labels that aren't part of a big, huge, giant money-making machine. They're smaller-time labels looking for new musicians, and a lot of times they're more targeted. They'll be looking for something specifically in a certain genre, but there's so many of them out there that there's a good chance you can get involved with somebody. But labels, all of these different places, they will send you out randomly to a bunch of these, pretty much every month, every couple of months, as often as you want to tell them to do so. You choose what to submit to all of these every month. Like if it's a single song and you want that same song for 6 months or 12 months or whatever, then every month you tell them, send this song back out, send this song back out, send this song back out. Or if you're trying to promote different songs off of different albums or just different albums entirely, whatnot. And all these different people will receive a submission, as long as they're partnered up with Music Submit. And they have the option to either contact you further or to just be like, nah, just forget it. And it'll tell you of these people that took a look and opened up your music and paid attention to it. That's one part of it. So you know that they at least listened to it. A lot of times, you know, depending on what you do, you might not get a lot of feedback from that, and that's fine. If you're a very kind of off-center brand of music like my own, then you don't get a whole lot of interest from a lot of the more major players because it's very much kind of niche music. But if you're doing something more rock, more pop, more country music, that kind of thing, then you're likely to get an awful lot of interest. When they accept your submission and are interested, they will personally send you a message saying, I am interested. This is what I want. If you want to send me this or this or this, I'll put you on whatever I do. Or they'll make special arrangements with you for like a very specific purpose. Like Shells, of course, she hadn't started the podcast yet. So she was still getting bands together, putting that all together, and so she sent me several messages after receiving my music through Music Submit. And so here we are. I'm on the show. All these different artists, like we've got, you just heard Tony